What's your name and how old you are?
And 40. 41 just, oh my god.
And a little bit about life growing up?
Rough. Mum was poorly. That's how I ended up here, running away because her boyfriend's not shit, aren't they?
Her boyfriend did?
Yeah. The one who was there when she died is amazing, so I'm lucky to have him.
And how old were you when your mum was poorly?
A couple of years back,
Yeah.
about 8 years ago. That fucked me up and ended up back out here.
What about childhood and stuff?
We spent out here from 14.
From 14?
Out here I knew I could run. In a house I couldn't run, so I was safe here.
Yeah.
I went inside.
14, wow.
Yeah, made a lot of money at 14, no me.
And were people like aware that you were 14?
KO Shark, everyone, yeah. Started off by 3 people locking me in a room and telling the guys that if I screamed it was part of it. I knew I put in smack and cracking me roll-ups. After a few days I was aching and didn't know what was wrong with me.
Yeah.
So that's how I ended up what I am, not because I'm a scumbag.
No.
I am now because I've ruined my own life and everyone around me, but that's initially what kicked everything off.
So at 14 they were spiking?
Yeah, so-called boyfriend at 28. Social services were paying him a carer's allowance, knowing he was sleeping with me. And the social worker went to run off when the police ran in. And I said, hey, sit down, what are you doing? You're looking after me, sit down.
So you were 14, he was 28?
Yeah.
And the social services were aware of that?
Yeah. I've had apologies now, but still, they've haunted me till they broke me again.
And what happened after that? After that,
I thought, fuck you can make money off me, I'm making it myself.
And that's what made you start?
Yeah.
And how did you find it when you started?
Angry. Most of us do. But it's survival. It's hard getting on a script. If your face don't fit, you're fucked. Mine don't. So that was it.
Have you always been in this lifestyle then, or have you got out
No,
of
I
it
worked
for a
at
bit?
solicitors and surveyors for years.
Did you?
Yeah.
So that's good. So you got out of
4
it.
holidays a year, everything, I had everything. But my ex used steroids and got paranoid and he started beating me. Broke my jaw, stuff like that, a few days before my mum died. So I just ended up back out here after 20 odd years.
So you were clean for 22 years?
Yeah. But
How did you get clean the first time?
on a script and, sorry, 1 minute. Go on. Me, do you know the beat where the girls stand? No, the beat where the girls stand. Fucking perverts having a wank.
So you got...
You do get some funny punters though.
Do you?
Yeah,
What's
you
the
do.
funny...
One, he wanted to be tied up, and I remember, just to get extra money, I got out of the car and started talking to myself and got a man's voice on the phone and pretended it was the police pulling me to make him hurry up and shit himself. It was brilliant. Some candles tied to him. One used to bring a truck battery and clamps to him, spark.
They bring all this stuff with them?
Yeah, they bring all sorts with them. And like I said, petrol punters, they're the worst. Spend more on petrol than they do on the girls. Like, fucking stop it. Just go home and get warm. Buy your missus a pair of earrings. Do you know what I mean? Stop fucking, petrol's expensive now.
It is. So the first time you said you got clean on a script?
Yeah, got on there. Got down, got on subbies. 0.2. Slowly on zoppies. And off.
Completely off everything?
Yeah.
That must be a good feeling knowing that you've done it once.
I can do it again.
Yeah.
I just fucked up bad.
Do you want to get clean again?
Yeah, more than out. From baby, so yeah.
What do you think would give you the push to do it?
Getting on a script, but it's been hard where I am. Really hard. seeing babies being killed and shit. Finding out they were killed afterwards. And didn't die a cot death and shit. Sorry.
No, it's...
So you see a lot out here. But yeah, go on.
And I guess once you've seen it, you can't forget about it.
No, you try.
Do you think the drugs are part of that?
Yeah.
Isn't part of trying to forget
Of course.
everything?
Definitely. 100%. Yeah. Yeah.
And I guess that must make it even harder to try and get off them if they're like your coping mechanism.
Yeah. And the withdrawal's hard.
I can imagine.
Painful. Physically, emotionally. I have fits, so I start fitting really bad.
And how long does that process like go on for?
Go on for months.
Mm.
Probably be dead me before I'd withdraw.
That's scary.
It is. But it's my own fault. So
It's not though necessarily, is it? Like, you've been through a lot, more than most people have been through.
the system's failed my family massively.
Has it? In what way?
Yeah. My mum. My ex, being mentally ill, kept trying to kill himself, leaving notes near me and the kids who had to run away. So then they weren't in school, so then I'd have catch-22. Petrol through my letterbox. Couldn't protect myself, how can I protect them? You can protect yourself from that.
You can't.
You know.
And did anyone ever offer you any help or?
Not that would have changed out or actually helped, no. Just shoved me in the homeless and left me there. That was it.
What more do you think people could do or can do to help?
Just help with the scripts and actually support. Not just throw a prescription at us.
Actually deal with the root of the problem.
Yeah. But give us a prescription as well, not just try and talk or a script. I was
A
about
combination
both.
of both.
Yeah. You get offered one or the other. We need both.
So we've been finding out a bit tonight about MASH.
They're brilliant.
Are they?
Yeah. I volunteered for them for years and been on the
you?
rocks. Yeah. When they were stashed, when they were in little flats, first time I found out I was pregnant. I was a kid.
How old were you when you had your first?
17.
How many children have you got?
5.
Do you get to see them at all? Or?
At the moment, no.
That must be really difficult.
Yeah. In fact, I'm putting one leg in front of the other. Yeah, it's hard.
So you must have some scary stories from being out here. What?
Yeah. Kept telling the police about this red Sierra, HR18. And no one had listened. Turned out my mate got murdered and they listened to me then. 1 minute. Go.
Thank you very much for watching Angela's story. We're now going to talk a little bit about it. Please do not forget to subscribe if you have enjoyed. Thank you. So Angela, so she had a rough life growing up. She ended up running away at 14, in her words, because she felt safer outside than inside. She felt like she could run away outside. So I took it, and maybe I'm wrong taking it like that, but I took it as bad stuff happened at home and she can't get away from it. Like she's trapped in that house, whereas outside if bad stuff happens, she can run from it.
Or do you think she was more comfortable outside than?
Yeah, because she
Inside.
felt safer because she could run. So
Yeah.
she felt more comfortable out on the streets than being at home, which is a terrifying thought. Like,
Yeah.
imagine how bad life must have to be at home to feel safer out on the streets than at home.
It all depends what's going on at home. Must be
Well, that's what I'm
something-
saying. Like,
yeah.
imagine how bad it must be. Because I'm sure, like, as a teenager, probably most of us prefer
To be out.
be out with your friends than be at home.
Yeah.
But she's not out with her friends, like, having a good time. She's out working on the streets at 14. Like, that's a whole different...
14 years old, that's
14.
too young.
And everyone knew she was only 14. And she made a lot of money.
That's disturbing.
Men. Not all men. Some men.
Where was the social workers?
Well, we'll get onto that bit. So when she was 14, her boyfriend was 28 and was being paid a carer's allowance. And she says social services were aware of the situation.
I don't think they was aware of the situation because that's illegal.
You never know, do you?
I,
Or whether they were and they just turned a blind eye to it, or because it was easier. Like whether in their eyes they viewed it as at least someone was maybe keeping an eye out for her. I don't know. I don't know, I wasn't there. I don't know. But that, her opinion is they were aware.
nah, I don't think.
And I've got to...
I don't think the social worker would allow that to happen.
But then what kind of social worker thinks, yeah, a 28-year-old guy's going to want to take on a 14-year-old girl and care for her? You'd have to be a bit naive to look at it that way. Because I can't think of anyone that would do that. And I'm not saying there's not. Obviously, there probably is. But
I don't think the social worker knew about the relationship.
so she got started on heroin and I think someone else got started on heroin like this as well, by having their cigarettes spiked with it and not realising until they're getting withdrawals.
Yeah.
It's in a very cynical way, and this is not how I view it at all, but it's a very smart business move in terms of the people doing it.
No, but most people that doing it is people who trying to get other people hooked into it so they can support them with their habit.
Exactly, like it's a smart business move.
It's not smart, that's evil.
Yeah, I said in a cynical way, but get Angela hooked at 14.
Yeah.
And she's going to go out and work and bring the money in because she needs it as well then.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying smart as in a good way.
Yeah, that's evil.
It is evil and it's disgusting.
But
it's clever from their point of view. They think it's a smart move.
But at the same time, I don't know. At the same time, how can you not notice something? If I smoke a cigarette and it does not taste right, I won't carry on smoking it.
I don't know. I've never tried heroin. Does it have much? I don't know.
But you try a cigarette.
Yeah, but that's like, does it have much of a taste? Like, I don't know. I don't know how noticeable it would be. Whether it would just taste a little bit off or whether it would taste completely different. Whether at 14 you would know the difference. I don't know. I don't know. Even if they saw him putting something in it, I guess the logical thought you would have is that it's weed or something.
Yeah.
That's what I would think. Like, before filming these, I had no idea you could even put like heroin in cigarettes. I thought it was something you just injected or smoked. I had no idea you could even put it in cigarettes. I didn't know.
Yeah.
So she did amazing. She got out of that lifestyle.
Yeah.
And she had what you'd call a typically normal life. Like, she had a partner, she had kids, she had a job. They went on holidays every year, a house. And then she lost it all again. Like, she got off the heroin, she got off the methadone, she was free of everything.
Yeah.
And then she ended up back on heroin and back out on the streets due to
abusive relationship
and her mum dying.
Yeah.
I think the two combined.
It's so easy if you used to be addicted before.
slip back into old habits.
Yeah, especially if you're going through a tragedy, you're going through depression. The drug is your comfort zone. So if you don't feel comfortable, you take the drugs,
Yeah.
and that's dangerous.
It's like they say, isn't it? Like an addict is always an addict. Like you can't have an alcoholic can never have 1 or 2 drinks. They're meant to not drink ever again, are they?
Yeah.
And I think domestic abuse is so difficult, and I can understand from what she was saying how helpless she felt. Like she couldn't protect herself, she couldn't protect her kids.
Yeah.
And it must be hell, like what was your safe place is now not your safe place.
And you feel hopeless.
Mhm.
You can't even protect your own kids. You can't protect yourself.
And before that she'd been clean for 22 years.
Wow.
It just goes to show that you can relapse at any stage, no matter how long you've been clean for. She said that she knows she can do it and she wants to get clean again.
Yeah.
And there's a bit she says that I disagree with, and I think I said I disagreed with her on there, where she accepts it's her own fault. And I don't think it is. It's not her own fault how she's ended up where she's ended up.
It's not.
Like she's been through so much more than I can imagine going through and being in one piece.
Maybe she blames herself because she knows she can do better.
And she knows that she's done it before.
She's done it before. Yeah.
And then the last little bit I've got to talk about is she feels like the system failed her family, failed her.
Yeah.
What do you...
She said like it's hard to be on prescription.
It's hard to get one.
You know, so how is she supposed to stop taking the heroin if she can't even get methadone? And so that's what she mean the system failed.
Yeah. I mean, from everything that she's talked about, it sounds like it's failed her right from the very beginning when she was 14.
Yeah.
Like, how's it got to the stage where a 14-year-old's working on and living on the streets? It's way too young. Like, and the fact that they were aware, obviously, at that age that she wasn't living at home, because they knew they were paying the carer's allowance to the 28-year-old boyfriend. Like, they knew she wasn't living at home. I don't know. Like, I agree with her. I feel like they failed her right from the very beginning.
Yeah.
But she's done it before. She's got the strength to do it, to get herself out. So hopefully she'll manage it.
She needs to be ready if she really want to do it. Like anyone can tell her what to do. You need to do this. You need to do that. If she's not ready, she's not ready.
And if she doesn't want to put the work in.
Yeah. Because
it is work.
It is.
It's hard work, physically and mentally.
Yeah.
But hopefully
she gets herself in.
She'll get to see her kids again. And
yeah.
Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you again next week. Please don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed it. Thank you.